so late recording all the songs I made, cause I don't know anything about production. But I'd rather cry and fumble and get professional help. Don't have the kind of money, so I'll just do it myself. Just do it myself. It doesn't matter if I'm good, it only matters that I start. I'm learning any way I could. I got no skill, but I got heart. You might think I'm cheap and you might think I'm pathetic. I'm making leaps, I'm just trying to do well. And if you don't believe in me, then I'll do it myself. But if I hadn't quit, I'd probably have better riffs. So with 4 chords and the truth, I'm just winging it myself. Winging it myself. It doesn't matter if I'm good, it only matters that I start. I'm learning any way I could. I got no skill, but I got heart. You might think I'm cheap and you might think I'm pathetic, but I'm making leaps, I'm just trying to do well. And if you don't believe in me, then I'll do it myself. It's not that I don't want your help, it's just I'd rather do it all by myself. Cause I'm in my own zone, I learn by going alone. Cause I'm no good at singing, but listen to me trying. I'm no good at drawing, but still I'm making scenes. I'm a pro at wrestling, but on my own I'm training. Deep down I'm struggling, but in the end it's worth it. It doesn't matter if I'm good, it only matters that I start. Doesn't matter if I'm good, it only matters that I start. I'm learning any way I could. I got no skill, but I got heart. You might think I'm cheap and you might think I'm pathetic, but I'm making leaps, I'm just trying to do well. But if you don't believe in me, it doesn't matter if I'm good, it only matters that I start. I'm learning any way I could. I got no skill, but I've got heart. You might think I'm cheap and you might think I'm pathetic, but I'm making leaps, I'm just trying to do well. But if you don't believe in me, then I'll do it myself. Up, up, and away!
Katapangan, katatagan, kalayaan.
F-R-I-E-N-D-S, Super Friends. F-R-I-E-N-D-S, Super Friends. Up and away, we will save the day. When you're feeling uninspired, your greatest enemy's inside. You flash a signal in the sky, and we'll be with you in no time.
Sometimes you can't go alone, even if you're strong on your own. It's okay to ask for help and keep it to yourself. Yes, we are.
F-R-I-E-N-D-S, Super Friends. F-R-I-E-N-D-S, Super Friends.
Up and away, we will save the
birthday time! Hello everyone! Welcome to Super P's Birthday Salubong live stream! So today is August 12th. It's 11 o'clock, a little past 11 o'clock in the evening here in Manila. And we are counting down until midnight. My birthday! Which is August 13th. So, yee! I'm glad you guys could join the stream. Actually, I haven't ever streamed on YouTube. This is my first time. So let me know if you can hear me or if anything goes wrong, if anything is weird, can't see stuff. Just let me know in the comments. Because I'm really nervous because this is my first time streaming on YouTube. I'm just taking cues from from Puso Wrestling and trying to grow my YouTube channel. I don't have much of a program for this. I don't have a plan. But I just wanted to hang out with you guys, my super friends from all over the world, as I count down to another year of existence on this planet. So I'm just gonna keep yapping. I'm just gonna keep yapping until midnight. You have been warned. And I actually just need your help because I need you guys to give me something to talk about. You can ask me anything as mentioned in the lower thirds of the screen. You can ask me anything about wrestling, about puso, about music, my band, comics, food, movies, shows, whatever. Ask me about anything. And all you have to do is send your questions in the chat. I can see people greeting me happy birthday in the chat. We're not quite there yet. We have to wait till midnight. But thank you for joining me. And I hope you guys stay until midnight. Which means you have to endure me yapping for an hour. But anyway, yeah, so I just wanna talk to you guys, and maybe here's what we can do. We can I have my balloon. I'm distracted. I have my balloons. Okay. You guys can actually vote whether you want me to play match highlights, because I have some match highlights ready on the docket, or a music video. You can also tell me in the comments if you want me to play a music video, and let me know which match highlight you want to see. I'll see if I have it here. So far I have match highlights from Pusong Pinoy, which is the Puwersang Pinay Gauntlet. I have match highlights from my match with my rival Aaron Liwanag, and then I also have the Best Bros match, I think. Let me I'll see. Just let me know what you want to see on the stream, and we'll play it for you, I hope. So anyway, how do I start this birthday stream? I have a hat, but I can't put it on because I have headphones. Ooh, I have headphones. Yeah, I think I probably want to start about talking about what has happened to me recently, the things that have been going on. Because if you've been following me on social media, if you've been following Puso Wrestling, then you know that back in March this year, I was injured during a match. I tore 3 ligaments in my left knee, so my ACL, my meniscus, and my MCL. And then I had to go through surgery April this year. And it's actually not the first time that I had knee surgery. I tore my ACL way back when I was still training, and then I had the surgery on the other leg, the right leg, in 2022, which is the year before I debuted in MWF. So okay, here's what happened. So it was the day of the women's live stream on the Puso Wrestling YouTube channel. It was actually a pretty eventful day because that was the end of March, the end of Women's Month. And so what we did was, in the morning we had an open training where we invited
women to come try pro wrestling and train with the Pinay wrestling roster. So there was me, there was Crystal, and then Chelsea Marie, Joya, Patricia Ligaya. We were all there, and we sort of helped women who wanted to try pro wrestling, because there were a lot of newbies there, and we also had their Ramona, who debuted later that evening. So it was a nice day. It was a nice way to cap off, Women's Month, getting more Pinays to into our community, and that was good. And in the evening of that, we actually had an all women live stream. And I say all women because the first match. Oh, I mean, yeah, the first match was actually the Cattle Royal. So in this live stream, there were no men, no men. The perfect world, no men. I'm kidding. The perfect world. Ah. So there were cats. The Puso Wrestling men were dressed as cats, and then they wrestled in the Cattle Royal. And then there was a tag team match where my besties, the Super Friends, went up against we call this Jomar and Ramona, and that was her debut. And then in the main event, it was supposed to be me and Joya versus Chelsea and Crystal. During the match, in the early part of the match, uh, Chelsea had me up on her shoulders, and I was supposed to counter it. I tried to land on my feet, but sadly I landed on one leg and it was twisted. So my left leg twisted. So imagine how tall Chelsea is. She's very tall. She's like, I don't know, 5'10", 5'11", something like that. So imagine me falling from that height and landing on a twisted leg. And I immediately felt it go like this inside my knee. And I was down, and I like immediately knew that something was wrong. And some of you were watching the stream, and you heard me scream. And like, I really could not continue the match. I was in so much pain, and I instantly knew that something was wrong. And in my head, I'm like, oh, here we go again. Here we go again, because I already had surgery on the other leg, and now I'm gonna do it again. So yeah, that's what happened. At first, I didn't have it checked by my doctor, because I was kind of hoping that, maybe it's minor. Maybe it would be better in like a week. And then a week went by. I could not walk. Like literally, I could not walk on my own. Every time I would try to walk, I would feel my knee shake. It was painful, it was annoying, it was swelling all the time. So I had my doctor check it, the guy who did my right knee. And I don't know, he did the I think it's called the Lockman test. He did the Lockman test on my knee, and then we just looked at each other eye to eye, and I instantly knew that, something's wrong. So we did an MRI, and then it confirmed the diagnosis that I had torn my ACL, that my ACL was not there anymore. I had no ACL. I had a complex tear on my meniscus, and I had a small tear on my MCL. So yeah, that's what happened. After a couple weeks, by the end of April, I had to do the surgery, and I was actually asking my doctor if we could move the surgery to May or a later date, because I really really wanted to work Dexcon Dakila. I wanted to be part of that show, particularly because Zack Sabre Jr. Was here. He came again. When he came here the first time, I met him, spent time with him. He's a very nice person and very knowledgeable. And what I wanted, what I had wanted was, to have him watch a match of mine and give me feedback, because I value feedback from veterans, especially those that have been doing it for years and doing it all over the world. So I just wanted some feedback on the way I work, but it didn't happen. I asked my daughter, I was like, can I just put a brace on it? Can I just tape it really, really tight? And he's like, you have no ACL. You're gonna injure yourself further if you continue. So yeah, that's why those who saw me at Dakila saw me wearing a brace, a brace post surgery. That was like 3 weeks after my surgery, and I was fortunate enough to be able to, walk within the first couple weeks. At first, I had to use crutches, but then by the time that I was with El Katipunero and Patricia Ligaya in Dakila, I was able to just walk with only my immobilizer brace on. Yeah, but it's sad because I just had one of my, actually my favorite match ever, which was the tag team match that El Catiponero and I had against the Best Bros in Dexcon WrestleStorm 2. So I was sad because I felt like I had some momentum and some confidence coming out of that match, and then I wanted to go to Japan. I wanted to ask if I could train with the companies that I like there. But then this happened, and I don't know, all my confidence and all my plans, they be gone. But it's getting better. I've been doing lots of rehab. I've been I think, yeah, I'm almost 4 months now. So I've been doing a lot of rehab, and I'm at the stage where we're doing agility drills. My PT has been making me run a lot, and it's a bit, it doesn't hurt. It's just uncomfortable because it feels like my body's just learning to do these movements all over again. It's just like the first time that I tried walking after surgery without the brace on. I just felt like, it's relearning how to walk again, feel like a baby again. And it's the same thing with the previous surgery back in 2022. The only difference was with the kind of fixes that they did in my right knee, the older surgery. Back then I wasn't allowed to walk or weight bear for a month. So that was a bit harder. So progress was a bit slower then, and now it's a bit faster compared to before. I'm happy that I'm able to go back to the treadmill and jog and whatever. I'm happy that I'm able to sprint now, and I'm doing lots of strengthening. So things are looking okay, and hopefully, I know progress isn't linear and there are ups and downs, but hopefully it's mostly ups, please. Because I can't take it anymore. I can't take the pain anymore of not being able to wrestle. Yeah. I'm gonna read some comments before I keep yapping, because thank you for all the birthday greetings. I'm gonna say your names one by one. Hello, Bon. Yay. Thank you to JDL. Hello. Thank you to Anarchy Inc. That's Chocleanto, the author of our Puso Wrestling comics. El Catipunero, my bestie. Thank you. Owl Hatch. Hello. Thank you. Championship Wrestling Entertainment Inc. Hello. Thank you for the birthday greetings. Kandomaru, thank you for the birthday greetings, and thank you for the donation. Thank you, MJ. Robin Sane, hello. Speaking of Robin Sane, you guys should get your tickets to DexCon Pexman, which is happening on August 24th. Robin Sane is in the main event there. So he's going up against Chris Brooks. So you better watch it. It's a must-see event. And then, Lex, thank you. GM Sunny, yay! This does not make any sound. Champion, Main Max Champ, thank you for the birthday greeting. So, I don't know if you guys heard that match between Main Max and Robin Sane. They're calling it one of the best matches, one of the best matches ever in Pinoy wrestling. So that will be streaming on the Puso Wrestling page actually tomorrow at 9 p.m. So I hope to see you guys in the chat of the live stream tomorrow. Who else is giving me hello, Patricia Ligaya, my girl bestie. I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce your name correctly, and I apologize if I don't. Sakon Imoken, thank you so much for the greeting. Kayo Kusanagi. Okay, thank you for confirming that you can hear me. Nathaniel Sevilla, thank you. Harvey Garcia of Wrestle Pastel, please buy their adorable merch. Kang Chi, hello. Thank you for the greeting. MDS. Who else? Uriel Molina. Thank you for the greeting. Edge Collection. Uy, Tito Ed. Neighbor reveal. Someone wants to hear me sing live. Maybe I'll think about it, okay? I can't think of a song right now. Match highlights with commentary sounds fun. Someone's asking me about my recovery, and I already answered that. Oh, there's a question here. Did they put something on your leg? Yes, on the inside of my leg, I have screws. So I have 2 screws, one on my tibia. I'm so bad with body parts. One on the upper bone and one on the lower bone of my leg. So it keeps the new ACL together. So I got a hamstring graft, which means that they got a part of my hamstring tendon, and then they made that into the new ACL. So they slipped it through the bones, and then there are 2 titanium screws that hold the new thing together. I'm so bad at explaining it, but it's like meat art. It's like it's like arts and crafts, but with meat. My hamstring tendon. Anyway, Rideros, thank you. Joshi Journos, hello Troy. Thank you for the greeting. Monday Night Rowan, thank you. 13 DAS. I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you. Okay, there's a question here. Have you got into punk rock and into performing? I'm gonna assume that you mean how I got into punk rock. I don't know. I've just been kind of into it ever since. When I was a kid, I remember being attracted to bands like almost immediately. Like when I first heard Green Day, I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of music that I like. And ever since, I think Green Day is the band that really kind of defined the type of music that I listen to, like heavy shit. So I was listening to Green Day, I think, if I'm not mistaken, first year high school. And the Green Day American Idiot album is actually the very first album that I got with my own money. I asked my uncle. So I was living in Nueva Vizcaya. So for those who don't live in the Philippines or don't know where that is, it's a northern province in the Philippines, pretty far, like I'd say an 8-hour bus ride from Manila. So that's where I spent my grade school and high school years. And there I don't know. I don't think we had a CD shop there because otherwise I wouldn't have asked my uncle here in the city to buy me American Idiot, and then they sent it over, and then that was my first CD that I had with my own money, and I was super obsessed with it. I would I would like keep the those old discmans that we would used to bring around before MP3 players and iPods were a thing. So I would bring my Discman, and then I would bring American Idiot, and then every time I would listen to it, I would bring out the lyric sheet and then follow along. It has a really cool lyric sheet if you've ever seen the layout of it. It looks like a journal that was written by the main character, because it's a concept album, so it's written by the main character. And yeah, ever since then, I've been into bands. I've been into a lot of bands. There was a time in high school when I listened to a lot of like metal. Doesn't look like it, but I did have a phase. Not a phase because I still do, but there was a time when what I would listen to in high school was a lot of System of a Down. Um, there was a time I listened to Sepultura, Pantera, lot of Slipknot. Um, at some point, I also got into Cradle of Filth and bands like that. Arch Nemesis, Lacuna Coil. So that's what I listened to in high school. But then when I got to college, I discovered a lot of older punk stuff. So my favorite band of all time, Descendants. And then what else? Uh, Bad Religion, No Effects, uh, Against Me. Yeah. So it was college when I got to like really explore a lot of the bands that I still listen to today, like Gaslight Anthem. What else? I can't. There's so many. And then post college is when I started listening to Frank Turner, who actually influenced a lot of my own songwriting. I'm just yapping. Anyway, I'm going to read more greetings. Yes, thank you for the greetings. Okay, somebody said, Al Hatch says, you'll get back there if you're not already. You're not alone. And frankly, we're all proud of you and see that you're working hard as well. Thank you for saying you're proud of me. It means a lot to me. And Joshi Jornos, thank you for saying that you are rooting for me. It means a lot that you guys are cheering me on. Okay, Francie says, hi Super P, I was the guy wearing the Butcherman shirt during your gig in Sagio. Happy birthday, thank you so much. And yeah, I was pretty surprised to see some random guy with the Butcherman shirt while we were playing our gig in Sagio. That was actually the second ever Super P and the Space Bandits gig. We played an emo night. So what that meant was the acts that were featured in the gig would cover songs from either My Chemical Romance, Green Day, or Paramore. And we did all three because we're extra. We did all three, and then we played some originals as well. That was our second ever gig. Our first ever gig was actually a mat wrestling show. So it was Headlocks and Headbangs, and it happened at Sari Sari Bar in Makati. So this was like a partnership between Puso Wrestling and New Pinoy Music Collective, so NPMC. So they put together a gig where it was bands and mat wrestling matches. So the way the show went was there's a band, and then after that there's a match, and then there's a band, and there's a match, blah blah blah. And then we were lucky enough to be in the spot where we played right before a tag match of the Super Friends. So Patricia Ligaya and El Catiponero, and I was able to have the band play the Super Friends theme live as their entrance. And that was fun. That's like a WrestleMania thing, right? And how often do you get to do that? But that was a really cool experience, and I'm glad that that was our first gig. And then the second gig was in Saguio. And the third gig that we're going to play is actually happening on August 22nd. So it's Bakagay Jane. Wait, I have a promotional graphic prepared. I am prepared for this. Hold on. Ha! Okay, so Bakagay Jane and Friends, Manila. This is Chris Brooks' show, I believe. And he's bringing this here during DexCon weekend. So it's happening on August 22nd at the Social House, which is in Circuit Makati. And again, there are bands here, but there are also wrestling matches. So the main event here would be JDL and Isaiah Valencia. They call themselves the Two-Piece Chicken Boys. They're going up against Chris Brooks and Takeshi Masada. Or is that Joey Ross? I'm just kidding. Chris Brooks and Takeshi Masada. And then there are a bunch of other matches here. My besties, El Catiponero and Patricia Ligaya, have separate matches. Dr. Gore is coming back to the Philippines, and he's tagging with my bestie. And I hope there are no random shenanigans that are happening. Okay, no more lasering someone through their phone and turning them evil. Okay, Dr. Gore. And then St. John Martin will also be in action in a triple threat. And then the bands. So here are the 4 bands that are playing at Bakagay Jane. So you have us, Super P and the Space Bandits, and then you have Shift Heads, which is the other band of my bandmates Bon and Paul. And then there's Shirebound, and then there's my favorite, the Mox. Yee! So don't miss this. This is on August 22nd, and I'll see you there. And back to reading more comments. Okay, somebody said, yes, I said meat art. It's like meat art is the best way to describe surgery. Yup. Okay, somebody here says, from watching Monday Night Raw to your stream. Oh, is it Monday Night Raw day? Yeah, I think it happened earlier. Happy birthday. Thank you. Okay. Wait, many comments. Okay, somebody asked, who is Super P outside of wrestling? You're asking about my secret identity, which I cannot tell you. But I'll tell you about my hobbies. I'll tell you that I am a musician. I've been playing in a band since I was high school. So second year high school, I was 13. I've always played as a guitarist. But I had been writing my own songs ever since I was a kid. I never really had the courage to record them and sing them until the pandemic happened, because I was never confident in my voice. My voice sucks. I still think that my voice sucks. But then, I don't know, the pandemic happened, and then people were like, well, if not now, then when, right? Because life is short, and you should do the things that you want to do now while you still can. So that's what I did. I recorded the songs that I wrote, and then I released my own album. I have them right here. Do people still have CDs, CD players? Because where would you play these? But yeah, this is my first EP with 5 songs. So this is the first thing that I put out in 2020. I forgot. 2021. I don't know. 2021. So it has the first 5 songs that I ever recorded. Yeah. And then I did it all myself. So that's why the title. It's actually, yes, it is a reference to the Thanos line. Fine, I'll do it myself. But it's also a reference to how I did everything by myself, from writing to recording to singing to playing the instruments. So this is 100% DIY. And then my second album, which I released in 2022, is First, we attack the heart, and yes, that is another Marvel reference. This is from Spider-Man. This is from Green Goblin. The heart. Osborn. First, we attack the heart. So anyway, this has 9 songs. And the reason why there's like a random Green Goblin reference is because this was supposed to be the initial concept for this album is actually a Spider-Man concept album. That's why it has tracks like Responsibility, right? So with great power comes responsibility. But then it evolved into something else. It became like an album about things, different kinds of heartache, like things that hurt the heart. So that's why I still kept the title. First, we attack the heart, and you can stream all of these on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever. And I also have a Bandcamp where you could just download the MP3s for free. And then this is my latest EP. So this is Hormonal, and I released this during Women's Month of 2024. 2024. Yeah, last year. So these are 5 songs. 5 songs about my feelings about being a girl. Because I felt like over the years I haven't really expressed my feelings about womanhood, about being a woman in this wretched world, in this male dominated world. So everything I feel is in the 5 songs that are in this album. It's basically about how mad I am at men, how angry I am. So yeah, Hormonal. You can find these on Spotify, on Apple Music. That's one of the things that I do outside of wrestling. Another thing is I love comic books. So I read comics all the time, and I also have my own little comic book, but there are no more copies. I sold all of the copies. Yay, thank you for doing that. But I'm trying to reprint more. And speaking of comics, you guys should check out Chuck Nanto's Puso Wrestling Comics. Every time we have a show, he has a table there, and then you can check out the comics that he has. There's one issue with me and Patricia Ligaya on the cover, so you should check that out. He writes like little stories about the different Puso Wrestling wrestlers. Sometimes they're absurd situations, so most of the time they are absurd situations, but they're really fun to read, so you should check those out. What else do I do? I watch a lot of YouTube, actually. I watch a lot of YouTube, particularly the New Rockstars channel. Every day I watch a New Rockstars video. I'm a big fan ever since I think I discovered them while I was recovering from my first surgery back in 2022, and I just had it on. It was like that was my company while I was trying to recover, and that's been. What else do I do? I work in advertising, but I'm not gonna tell you about that because that is my secret identity. What else? Ooh, 31 viewers, cool. Did you used to headbang? Yes, I continue to headbang. Thank you to Earl for the greeting. Thank you to Delight. Si Delight 37.4. Di ko alam kung bakit 37.4. But thank you, Delight. Delight is actually Dwight, our photographer and videographer in Puso Wrestling. Such an amazing person. Creative. Always makes us look good. Always gives us great photos and videos to share. So, thank you, Dwight. And then somebody said Killswitch Engage. Yes, I used to listen to Killswitch Engage also back in high school, but not anymore. Happy birthday from Singapore. Thank you, Prodigal Geek. And Coach Fabio Makisig is also in the chat. Orale, happy birthday. Thank you, Coach. Okay, somebody asked, your band is on Bandcamp, right? Yes. Oh, well, it's actually just me, so it's just Super P with 5 E's on Bandcamp. I don't know. I think I think one of the things that I'd like to do with the Space Bandits is just for us to get more reps when it comes to playing live gigs, and then maybe down the line we could record new material as a band together. Thank you, Q_Asi for the greeting. Thank you, Pepper Sandico. Who else? Can't keep up with the comments. Okay. Isaiah Valencia! Hello. Stop being mean. Charlene Joy Herida, thank you so much. Okay. Did you bring anything home from IndieGet? Yes. Wait a second. I'm gonna go get my favorite. I bought a lot. I bought mostly stickers and I've stuck them in different places, so it's gonna be hard for me to show you, but I did get this one thing that I really really like, and I'll show you the IndieGet poster too. Wait a second. Ta-da! So I got this, the official IndieGet poster. I'm so happy to be part of it. You could see you could see us right here. That's a little that's a little me, and then there's El Katipunero, and then there's Hakai, and then there's Patricia Ligaya, and these were all drawn by Chuck Leanto. So we are part of this poster. I'm so happy to have it. And then this is my favorite thing that I got from IndieGet. I got Wonder Borders. Wonder Borders, Viral Crisis. This is by Spider Dan and David Sising. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. David Sising. And then I also got this other thing from Spider Dan. Kindness is the Real Punk Rock, featuring the new Superman, David Cornsweet, and Little Crypto. Yay! So yeah, I love Superman. I've seen it. I've seen both Superman and Fantastic Four. If you ask me which one I like better, I would probably say Superman because of the message. Okay, first because of James Gunn. I love James Gunn, but mostly it's because of the message of kindness, right? Fantastic Four was really great also because I love everything that's retro futuristic. I love space shit. I love that. But I felt like Superman had a bigger impact in terms of how people feel when they leave the theater, because after Superman people were leaving the theater and like I want to do kind things. I saw a meme that's like the male urge to do good things after Superman. So yeah, that's a very good effect that a movie can create, wanting to be kind, wanting to see the beauty in life, wanting to just value everything more, like Superman, be human, relate to fellow beings, whether it's a fellow human or a squirrel that you have to save or a dog that behaves badly. So yeah, I just really love the message of kindness is the real punk rock. That's why I like Superman better. But not to say that Fantastic Four wasn't a good movie. It was really fun. It's just that I preferred the message of Superman more. I did not expect for me to be able to yap for almost an hour. Apparently, it's 11:50 p.m. and I only have 10 minutes left till my birthday. But I'm gonna read through these comments as fast as I can. Thank you, Glenn Go, for the greeting. Oh, somebody said, thanks for sharing your hobbies. I was really interested to know Super B behind wrestling and her mask. Haha. Where can we watch you sing live? Well, you can watch me sing live at... Hold on. Bakagay Gin and Friends Manila on August 22nd. I'm serious. You guys should really go. You should buy tickets. It's gonna be really fun. The bands are awesome. The matches are awesome. So go to dexcon.helixplay.ph to get your tickets. I just sold you something. So somebody has. Oh, before we get to the countdown, before I read more comments, I just want to promote more stuff. Shazam! Okay, so on September 14th, Puso Wrestling will be having its next major show. So that's Puso Wrestling Bakunawa. It's gonna be so awesome because Main Max is going to defend his championship against our coach, the ace of Philippine wrestling, Fabio Makisig. So it's the heart and soul of Pinoy wrestling versus the ace of Philippine wrestling. And then the Filipino Fighting Wrestler, the setup Thailand 24, that's a long title, the set of Thailand 24/7 champion, Jake De Leon, will also be in action. Right now, I think Joey wants to challenge him for the belt, but JDL doesn't quite think that he's worthy yet. We'll see on the page what's gonna happen. And then, this has just been announced, but Bad Butts, so Yapi, she's an awesome Pinay wrestler in Japan, and her tag team partner Ancham. So Bad Butts, they are the Ice Ribbon Tag Team Champions, and they will be coming here to wrestle against our very own Chelsea, Marie, and Joya, who do not get along. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in that match. It sounds pretty chaotic, and that's my favorite kind of match. Where else? Okay, on August 23rd, we have a meet and greet for DexCon. So I'll be there. I'll be helping out I'm not gonna wrestle, but I'll be helping out my bestie El Catiponero, and then there are a bunch of other matches there. But most notable would be the match between Jake De Leon and the Invisible John Cena. Who knew that John Cena's farewell tour would have a stop at DexCon's meet and greet? Well, since we can't see him, we'll see how JDL will fare. Can you... Is this for a title or something? You'll just have to go to the meet and greet and find out how that works. What else? Oh, Pexman. Yeah, Pexman is happening on August 24th, and that is also where you can buy your new DexCon Pexman trading cards. So this is a sample of the different card color parallels that you can collect. So this is my card, yippee! So there's a base card, and then there's the Star Wave parallel, and then the Starburn parallel, and then the Funk Stripe parallel, and then Rip Wave, and then my favorite, the Sparkadelic parallel. I really hope I get to pull those. What else? Ha! Okay, I'm gonna read some more comments. 6 minutes, guys! Car CD player and boombox. Ooh, you're one of the very few people I know who have a CD player. So somebody said, yeah, you're a Marvel fan too. Yes, very much. I'm actually very much inspired by Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. That character plays a big role in how I developed into Super P. And maybe in another stream I'll talk about that. France Cruz, thank you. Who else? Bakit may at Sami Zayn? Bon, ba't mo tinatag si Sami Zayn? Okay, somebody asked a lot of stuff. Somebody asked, since you are a superhero fan, I wonder if you watch anime too. Yes, I do, but probably not as much as superhero media. I can tell you that my favorite anime is Kill la Kill, and also Sailor Moon, of course, the classic. And I'm a really big fan of One Punch Man. I love Movement Rider. He's my favorite. He's one of my favorite anime characters of all time. Anarchy Inc. says that issue number 3 of the Puso Wrestling Comics is coming out this August 23 and 24. So that's the meet and greet and Pex one as well. So you better stop by his booth so you can get the new issue, which, if I'm not mistaken, El Catiponero is on the cover. Somebody asked, somebody said, my sister loves new rock stars. Yes! Somebody asked, what's your favorite comic book of all time? That's pretty hard for me, but I can't decide on one. But I do enjoy reading anything Miss Marvel. I enjoy reading anything Kate Bishop, Hawkeye. But if you would ask me, probably still the original Civil War. Yeah, that whole arc. Second would be that's a lot. Maybe the Tom King Vision run. Probably that. The one where he has his robot family. And then the third would maybe be House of M. Next question. Yay! Hello, Rap. Thank you for joining the stream. Rap from work. Favorite non-Big 2 comic? I'll think about that. I'll think about it. I have a lot again. I'll get back to you. What is your favorite WWE wrestling finisher? Mine is the GTS. Go to sleep. I would say for personal reason, not because I think it's the best or anything, but because I really like it, and you'll probably see that influence on my own moves. But Charlie Haas's Haas of Pain, that's my favorite WWE finisher. Next. Chibibi. Thank you, the 206. Pepper Sandico says, when are you wrestling again? So the recovery time is supposed to be 6 to 9 months from surgery. But I'm quite optimistic because the last time that I had ACL surgery, I was cleared in 7 months. So hopefully things are faster this time around. But of course, I still want to be careful. I want to make sure that I don't re-injure. I want to make sure that I'm at my peak performance. I'm at my max strength before I get into the ring again and do some dangerous stuff with my roster mates. So yeah, we'll see. But hopefully, I'm pretty sure next year I'll be back. 1A. Somebody said, oh no, it's 1 minute. Wait, I haven't gotten to all the questions, but it's 1 minute left. It's almost my birthday. I'll get back to the questions after we hit midnight. But I'm gonna put my party hat on. It doesn't fit me, but anyway, I'll just do that. And then I'll get my balloon. And then I'll get this. It's my birthday. Thank you for joining my stream. I don't feel so lonely now since all of you guys are here in the chat. Greet me happy birthday. If you ask me what my plans are for today, I'm just gonna chill because normally I would work, but I took a day off from work and I'm gonna chill and I'm just gonna read my comics, sleep, and maybe do some. Somebody just walked in with a gift. Oh my god. No, it's an in-stream surprise. No, my partner just walked in with a gift. And okay, I'm not gonna show the cake because the cake has my age. But look. Oh my god, I have my own Funko Pop now. Thank you. Well, that was fun. Look, it even has a back thing. Cool. Made in the Philippines. Pinay wrestler. This is so cool. I'm so happy. This is like one of the best birthday gifts ever. Anyway, I'm just gonna finish reading the rest of the comments before I end the stream and eat my cake. It's carrot cake. I would like to show you, but it has my age and I don't want you guys to find out how old I am. But you can guess. You can guess in the comment section how old you think I am. Thank you to all the greetings. I'm just gonna try to read one by one. Where am I? Oh, somebody said, "Hello, I'm a newish fan from Seattle. Love your vibe. Looking forward to your return to the ring." Thank you so much. And I hope you watch more Puso Wrestling stuff on YouTube. Who else? Ooh. Anarchy Inc. says, also look out for the Super P versus Jake De Leon trading card game coming out soon. Ooh. Is that an exclusive? Is that a scoop? Did we just announce a scoop? So, Anarchy Inc. says, watch out for that. A trading card game. It's gonna be fun. Somebody said, I hope you do more live streams like these. Thank you for interacting and connecting with us. We ran out of time to watch match highlights. Maybe we'll do it some other time. Have you watched the superhero anime Tiger and Bunny? Yes, I watched that in 2016. I did really enjoy it, but I never followed it up. Kill la Kill is definitely a good choice. I suggest you watching My Hero Academia for the Hero Stuff team. Yes, I did watch that. I think I do love My Hero Academia, but maybe I just prefer One Punch Man a little bit more. That explains why your costume is very similar to Miss Marvel. Yeah. It's probably the same color scheme, but not intentionally. Mine is based off of the colors of the Philippine flag. Hello! I know this is Addie. Hello, Addie. Who's your favorite woman wrestler in WWE right now? I'll give you my top 3. Oh, I'll give you my top 4. No. Fine, top 3 is fine. So that's Natalia, Io Sky, and Chelsea Green. Yee! Somebody said, you will now have 2 bionic legs, a total cyborg. Beep, beep, boop, boop. Can we sing you a happy birthday? You can do that in the comments. Yee! Thank you so much for all of the greetings. Feliz cumpleaños. Gracias. What else? Enjoy the day. Thank you so much. I'm gonna have fun eating. I'm gonna have fun reading my comics. How much? This is not for sale. This Funko Pop, this personal Funko Pop of me is not for sale. But hopefully someone else makes more so that we can sell it. What else? I'm not 36, but I'm not 18 either. But thank you for saying I'm 18. About 50 years old. Enjoy your chill day. Thank you, Adi. Okay, anyway, that's it, guys. I ran out of time to do the things that I want to do, like, play music videos, maybe sing, and then maybe look at match highlights with you. But this went well, right? So we can probably do it again next time. I mean, there's so much time, and just subscribe to my channel and let me know if you guys want another stream sometime. Thank you so much for all the greetings, and happy birthday to me. Bye.